Anyway, I got chewed out for using that picture of the two eyes. The one normal eye, and he's holding up a glass eye to show how perfect their glass eyes were. It was just something I popped up there, but it became tedious. It sat for over a year, so I changed to a picture of a random stranger and put that up. And even then, I'll change it in a few days. The big thing now with Dylan Rounds is the blood drop on the boot. That's the big thing. You notice how they haven't mentioned it? That's because they know whose blood that is. They know whose blood that is. It's either Chase, Brenner, or Dylan. So it's been weeks, and they know whose blood that is, but they're not saying nothing. And yet the mother says, we have information we can't release to the public. Well, it's that drop of blood on the boots. You think they don't know what that drop of blood is? And what the DNA is? You bet they do. So the question is, like, let's use Brenner. Can a drop of blood lead to a conviction? Let's suppose that blood is Brenner's. Could that be a conviction based on that and nothing else? That's a big question. The other thing is, if it was Dylan's blood, it would show he was shot while standing up. And could also be why Brenner, Chase, whoever took off the boots and slung them out in the desert, which is a long way away. People think those boots were, well, they're right there by the grain shed. They were planted. No, those goddamn boots were a long way off, thrown on the other side of a hill. But the blood drop is there. And I assure you they know who the blood drop is. It's either Chase, Brenner, or Dylan. Now, if it's Dylan, that's no conviction. He could have got a bloody nose. But if you picture a murder, it would show that he was shot while still standing up. So I think that's the big deal now, is the drop of blood on the boots, which they're keeping secret. The fact that they're keeping it secret, and they have nobody has come forward and said, well, it's a transmission fluid. That I think the big thing is the drop of blood on the boots. And the mother, she said, we know stuff that hasn't been released. Well, what is there to know that hasn't been released except that drop of blood on the boots? He was either shot standing up by Brenner, or suppose that blood is Brenner's blood. But I think that's the big thing now, is the drop of blood on the boots. I think somebody's going to get charged very soon, especially since they named Brenner as top suspect. So they have to have something. They have to have something.